from Via Linda Lanes in Scottsdale. We're here for the title matches of today's JBT event. Couple good storylines here in the scratch division. Two bowlers who you'd think would have a scratch title do not yet have one. As this guy, top seed Daniel Hong, playing that guy, 2 seed Michael Marmolejo. One of them's going to finally capture their first career JBT title. Daniel struck in the first. Michael went open spare in his first 2 frames, so a chance for a big early lead from Hong. No, instead he rings a 10. To their right, one of these two flag-wearing folks is going to win their second career title as they each have 1. That's Elias Luna. He's your top seed, going against nearly twinsies here in Harper Schmidt. From the back, aside of the name on Harper's shirt, they look pretty close to identical, so I'll try and keep track of who's who. Fortunately, Harper is rocking the White Sox, and got the Black Sox scandal over here with Elias. I'll try and keep them straight via the leg wear. Harper came back in fine style, throwing the last 4 in the last match to defeat Jacob Ellis, and starts with the front 2 here, so he's on fire right now. Hong converted his 10-pin meanwhile. Here he is shooting in the 3rd. Wide left there. Tough pattern again for the second consecutive day. Hold on, dead man's curve. Much longer, oilier pattern, but a little bit more shape to it in the middles. And bowlers are generally more comfortable playing inside shots as opposed to outside shots, so led to not quite as low a cut. And the bowlers who were really figuring out in the semis. Some games seemed to go better and better as the day went on. Schmidt covers that 2-8, and Daniel misses that 1-2-4. Harper's got to win by 27 to tie, 28 to win. Elias, the top seed today, at plus 272. 78 of that coming in the last game, and boy, let's look at this, 732 in the semis with handicap, so made a nice jump in round 2. Both two-handers. I think Elias has always bowled two-handed. Harper has recently switched to two-handed. Seems to be a positive thing. As we went from 3 thumbs in the title match yesterday to 0 thumbs in the title match today. Much more modern version. Like it, hate it, doesn't really matter. It's here to stay. As long as rev dominance is a big part of the modern game, I don't see that changing anytime soon. Michael beat Cesar Padilla in the last match. Cesar beats Harper to win the U17 match. So he swept you. I beat no one. You're calling? Yeah, explain yourself.
Okay, first of all.
Uh-oh. He is going to explain himself.
I will explain a little bit. Michael and qualifying, is that what it is? I forgot. What do you call it? My last 3 games, I beat him by a couple pins, and now I lose to him when it matters. I don't know. I don't think that's fair. No.
Kind of like Buccaneers over Saints when it mattered.
I remember that.
Thank you.
I mean, I wasn't supposed to beat him. Got a little lucky.
Oh no, not true at all. Skill.
What is that?
It's what you got. Harper double spare to open up his title match, and pretty ball there in the 4th. Well, it was an interesting switch because he was improving rapidly with his thumb in, and then all of a sudden he showed up one day and there ain't no thumb in the ball. That looks pretty natural for him. Michael, the big guy, shoots his 10 pins, no thumb as well. Gets that to hang on. I don't think he was sure about that. What's that?
Yes.
Yep, that's the ultimate two-handed switch there. Double spare double to open up for Harper, just what he ordered to capitalize on the Luna Open. Elias finished in the top 4 yesterday with the mix-it-up doubles. So a great weekend for him. Big brother Lewis made both scratch cuts as well. On an open in the third. Only trails by a pin, can take a 9-pin lead if he can strike in the 5th. What a comeback for Daniel Hong. Daniel started the day 170, 159 to put him at minus 71 after 2, and stormed back all the way to the lead with 6 straight 200s, including 270, 250, and 240, to go from way out of the cut to the #1 seed. Very impressive. Yes, sir. There is the 9-pin lead. Him and sister Stephanie are bowling nuts, especially Daniel, though. If there's a bowling lane in some sort of competitive event, he will be at it. Elias kind of fishing around at her. We have an Elias and an Elias on our tour, and boy, oh boy. And I've been saying Elias more often lately, but this weekend it's been all Elias, so I gotta keep that straight. And Marmoleo slaps that 10-pin silly. He can even up the match with a strike in his 6th frame. Nice spare from Luna. He's got 5 out of 6 spares. That's the good news, but he's got no X's in this match, while Harper double spare double to take a big lead. Big thanks to Jennifer and Keon and the whole team here at Violinda for having us. First time here since '07. Been a long time, and definitely won't be that long again. They got this place in great shape. And Schmidt's finding himself in great shape too. He's in the 220 scratch already. Wow. Not a lot of motion out of him, but his heart's got to be racing. That's the closest he's been to a win since putting his thumb out of the ball. And Marmolero responds with the double right after Daniel's double to even up the match again. Should be a good one brewing here in scratch. Woo! All that volume, those 2-handers can just kind of find that little shim point and still get the ball to face up through the head pin. Harper doing that perfectly right now. Daniel covering a little more boards as opposed to that. However, about 3 too many boards right there. It goes right through the schnoz and the big 4 to deal with. See if Luna can get on the strike tally here. Nah, runaway Brooklyn that time. Only a 150 entering average. That's going to go up. Thomas Lawrence finishing 3rd, back-to-back top 4s for him. Great weekend. Jacob Ellis top 4ing for the first time in a while. See, the deal is have your mom rock a JBT hoodie, make the top 4. That's the deal right there. Harper's dad had the JBT t-shirt on yesterday. Bam, title match today. There's that Jacob Ellis we were talking about, displaying his brand new hardware. Attaboy. Win or lose for Daniel Hong, you're going to hear all about it on a Facebook page near you real soon. He writes these really, oh, trip and all. He writes these really detailed Facebook updates that are really fun to read. Love that he does that. Sincere gratitude he expresses. Great quality in a young man. As Elias still can't find the way to strike. Sometimes making your spares is enough around here. We certainly preach it enough times. At this time, that's not going to work. As Harper's in the 230s already. Nonetheless, make it and see what happens. He does. Michaels doesn't have the title, but he does have a 300 game after many close calls, finally getting one at Canyon. Got his ring yesterday. Whew. There's all kinds of degrees of strength of two-handed power, just like there is in one-handed power. Michael's got one of the more powerful ones. I think Sorrell's might have the most pop on his ball of anybody on tour. And he's not even trying to hit it, and it's just bzzz off his hand, but Michael is right up there. Yeah, meanwhile, Schmidt is turning this into a runaway. Schmidt beating his opponent and both scratch opponents comfortably right now. He's got a shot at 278. No! Two still. Plenty of pins. He's in the 240s. He is cruising along. Right there. But all that power, a little bit too much speed. Ball doesn't turn over in time, and now he's got a tricky 245 to deal with. Power is wonderful, accuracy is wonderful, but you need some combination of both. Neither one is good enough on its own. Well, Elias can strike out for 196, and he's getting 27 to put him in the 220s. He needs all that and a prayer. And there's that strike. Tricky combo. He does hook at it and gets it. Goodness. I wonder if he thought about not using the strike ball on that. Well, he's got the lead. And that lead is 26. However, Daniel can cut it to 6 with strikes in the 8th and 9th. I think you're going to hear it if he strikes right here. Yeah. He didn't hear it vocally, but that ball talked. That ball hit hard. Good heavens. Scoreboard up there. That's now Michael's score over there. And Daniel, you see the comeback scenario. Elias really needed that strike to have any chance, so it's not going to be over there. A runner-up finish for him. Nonetheless, 2 top 4s on the weekend. Come out here, his first trip out from California to Arizona, so knocked off the invitational while he was here. Giant shot for Hong. Wow. 2 really emphatic strikes for Daniel there. And game on in scratch. Well, in a handicap, the kid with the flag shirt and gray shorts won. Good for him. Or him. Or him. Or him. Or him. Or him. Or him. Hey, listen, 175, that's way over average. A fine effort. Just ran into a buzzsaw. And Harper. Michael Marmoleo going at a 2:04 pace. That's 9 spare strike the rest of the way. Daniel's pacing 197, but has that strike working in the 9th. Anybody's game. Who performs biggest in the 9th and 10th? Boy, that's the second time that he kind of pulled up out of it, but also looks like he liked it too, right? I think he expected that ball to finish harder both times. And on both lanes, he 2.45s. Now he's got to hold count even if he does make this. Harper's going to shoot a clean 240. That's a good way to win a handicap title. Team Schmidt is happy back there. That's Team A, Team B. There we go. Team A1, I should not say Team B, please, yes. How about 244 for their kid? Harper Schmidt, a 2-time JBT champ. Michael's got to make this tricky 245 again. Again hooks, and boy, that is so easy to chop like that. I know it's frustrating as heck for him, but you could almost see that coming a mile away. He's got to mentally regroup here. He's still got a chance to make Daniel strike to win. Double 8 makes Hong still get the first hit. I like that he's taking a little extra second here as he's tugging at his collar before. Let's get all that frustration out. Still in a very good position to win this tournament. Tricky pattern, no guarantee at all that Hong will strike if he has to. Even marking here makes Daniel mark. So Does he think he threw it good and adjust off the 245, or think he threw it bad and throw it better? That's left for sure, and it holds for sure. Looks like everybody's got pretty unlimited hold right now. Harper, Daniel, now Michael have all had shots that looked a little left, but have just sat there. That strike made Daniel mark. This strike makes this strike plus 8, I should say, makes Daniel strike. Good finish on a Sunday evening here in Scottsdale.
Very well.
Cured it. High flush, he was watching that 4-pin, it fell. 8 is as good as a strike in this scenario here. 8 or more makes Daniel do the same thing. What a fantastic rebound from Armaleos. Had to be questioning himself after 7-2 or 7 spare 7-2. Rebounds as good as you could. We'll all be on the right paw of Daniel Hong. That'll be 8 for sure. That'll be 30. Fantastic 10th frame from Armaleo. Will it be enough? Daniel's going to study that rack. He's a smart kid. He's going to make sure everything is just the way Daniel Hong wants it for this ball. This determines the future of Facebook for the next hour and a half, kids. For your first career title, you must strike. Close. Oh, creeps up high at the very last moment. The 4-pin stands. Daniel doesn't. And this guy on the bench came back to strike out in the 10th and win it for his first career title. Well, the Bolero sign says it all. OMG, I'm a JBT champion. Big ups from his buddy Alex. Fellow Californian Lewis likes it, and for Daniel, that's a heartbreaker to come from -70 to needing a strike to win. Not a bad shot, just hard to strike today. It's going to be 200 to maybe 197. And I am going to lay $1 here, Max Promo, that he strikes on this fill ball, because almost every time when you don't need it anymore, shoulder loosens up and
Wrap 10s.
Wrap 10, says Max. Boy.
Brutal.
Vicious.
One more left.
Come on, buddy. You're welcome.
That's
Thank you. Thank you. Ah, fantastic title match. Those guys didn't bowl like non-winners at all, but Marmaleo comes up with it. All right, JBT bowlers and parents, great stuff here in our title match by 4 really good finalists in the handicap division here in California, LS. And another Californian for your scratch division runner-up. He's going to get that first title really, really soon. I guarantee you that, Daniel Hong. Okay, champions of today's JBT event in that scratch division. He breaks through with 3 in the 10th to win his first career JBT title, Michael Marmolejo. Boy, he got a ring and a title this weekend. That ain't so bad. Very good. Your handicap division champion, last 244 scratch in the title match to win his second career title, Harper Schmidt. Thanks for sticking around, and oh, Harper, don't forget, you got an egg. Thanks.